Hello, everyone. This is Reverend Catherine Morrow with Wellness in Christ, and our biblical tip of the day comes from Psalms chapter 4, verses 8 through 9, and it goes like this. But you have given my heart more joy than they have when wine and grain abound. In peace I will lie down and fall asleep. For you alone, Lord, make me secure. So, our biblical tip of the day today is sleep. How many people have issues with sleeping? I know so many clients of mine that one of their biggest issue is sleep. Too much sleep, they just feel so tired all the time, or ones that can't even fall asleep. So basically, sleep issues, they come down to many different things. They can be you're just not out in the sunlight enough because we really need that sun to reset our clock, or maybe sometimes we get caught up in TV and we stay up too late, and so we throw our clock off again. It's so important for us to wake up and go to sleep the same time every single day, and that keeps our clock in alignment. When you travel to a different time change, the best thing that you can do is go out into the sun and look up and blink your eyes 7 times, and the sunlight will reset your clock to the area of the world that you're in. So then you won't have any problem sleeping with the time change. So, and again, sleep issues are an emotional thing too. They work like, do we have peace? Or, we so wrapped up in our mind chatter that it just keeps going and going. I always leave a notepad by the side of my bed because once in a while I wake up and I can't fall asleep. I never turn the light back on. I think I learned that with my kids. When babies were little, you just I would just scoop them up out of the cradle next to me, keep my eyes closed, nurse them, and then just lay them back down. And I just didn't open up my eyes. So I do the same thing if my mind chatter's going. I just reach over for my notebook with my pen and I just write what's on my mind. And it doesn't matter if I'm writing straight lines or what, I'm getting it out. And once you put it down on paper, then your mind can rest because now it's solid. It's someplace else other than our mind. Another thing is, if we're running really high strung, our cortisol levels could be really out of balance. And if your cortisol level is really elevated, that could cause the sleep issues because it keeps us in that fight or flight mode constantly, so we can't ever relax. Feel your shoulders, see if they're tense and hard. And if they are, then your cortisol levels are probably a little elevated. So, work on some type of relaxation thing, and maybe prepare yourself for like an hour before bed. Turn the TV off, do a little meditation, do some prayer, and then get into bed. Many people do that routine once they get into bed. So then, it takes an hour or two for them to unwind while they're trying to, when that should be their sleep time. So try and do it an hour ahead and just turn the lights out, maybe light a candle, and just get into a relaxed mode, and then go into bed and you should be able to sleep. My mom, my whole life, if whatever issue I had, if I'd come out and say, "Oh, I can't sleep," and I was really trying to stay up later, she would just look at me and say, "Go say a rosary." And I'd be like, "Oh gosh, she's telling me to say that rosary again." That was her solution to everything, but my mom taught me how to pray. And that rosary is still under my pillow if I wake up in the middle of the night. And as I said, if I have that mind chatter or whatever, I just take my beads out and usually I just say an Our Father, a Hail Mary, and a Glory Be, and boom, I'm sound asleep again. So her telling me to go say a rosary kind of put me into a routine that the rosary would help me sleep. The rosary would help me through every issue. She kind of put me into that routine. So whatever it is, if you're having any type of sleep issue, you have to look at, are you getting sunlight? 15 minutes of sunlight without sunglasses, kind of blink into the sun, set your clock. What foods are you eating close to bedtime? Kind of keep maybe a little food diary. See what kind of stress you're under and figure out a way that you can relax. And as I said, start your routine. Don't just turn off the TV and then go off to bed. Your mind's going to be stimulated from whatever you were watching, even if you weren't really paying attention. So take that hour kind of in a calmness and relaxing, and just relax. And if you're sleeping too much, you might be a little depressed and not even realize it. So kind of get yourself, around people and into different activities outside that, can just give you a little bit of energy. Look at what types of food you're eating. And, your cortisol levels may be way, way low. And maybe you need to stimulate yourself a little bit more so you can stay awake. So whatever sleep issue you're having, basically the answer is diet, stress, and prayer of some type. And once you organize them, I promise you're going to be able to sleep really well. And I left out that beautiful sunlight because that sunlight balances out our clock. And I guess, some people take melatonin, but they don't realize that if they just eat flax seeds, ground flax seeds in a smoothie or sprinkled on your food and go out into the sunlight, it will activate your normal saline in your body without having to take a supplement of any kind. So this is Reverend Catherine Morrow, and our biblical tip of the day today is sleep. So have a blessed day and relax.